Hi, I'm Wyatt. You've seen some of my work throughout this class, but you haven't seen me, so this is what I look like. My interview with my friend Tyler and his family about his bike didn't really work out, so I'm completely switching what I was about to do, and I'm just going to interview me about another one of my things that holds a lot of value to me. A little backstory, there are three things that have been consistent in my life over my entire lifespan, and that's been me, my dog Maya, my German Shepherd, and my car Martin. Martin's full name is Martin the Old Man Manual Mazda, and I'm hoping soon that he will be Martin the Old Man Quarter-Million-Mile Mazda. I like alliteration, so obviously went with an M name to go with the Mazda. He has been all over the country, and we've traveled pretty much everywhere, and it has been the most reliable car that I have had in my entire lifetime. I've had 7 different cars, and this is the first one that I have been able to reliably drive longer than 4 hours. My first car was a 96 Subaru, and then I had a 2000 Buick Century, and then I had a 94 Cadillac, and after that I had a 2003 Bonneville, and then I had a 92 Nissan Sentra that I learned how to drive stick on, and then I got a 2003 Saab 9.5 Aero Wagon. Like, this is my first car that's older or newer than a 2003. It's a 2013, and it has been nothing but reliable, and it's been amazing. Gas mileage is great. It's a manual, so I drive a little bit safer, and it's just something that I know I can rely on, even though my past history with vehicles has been piss poor, to be honest. I talk about Martin quite often to my coworkers, and Stacy has heard me talk about Martin nonstop at work. It's just been a really reliable car that I've been able to sleep in the back. Like, whenever I'm traveling, like typically I'll take like 2 days where I just sleep in the back of Martin. I have a 3-inch foam mattress in the back, which is ridiculous, but it makes traveling so much cheaper and so much more comfortable. So I only need to go stay at hotels and Airbnbs when I absolutely need to. My first big trip that I took, I guess I've taken probably a couple dozen different trips up north to the North Shore and some places down south a little bit. But our biggest trips that we've done, we went in 2020, we went to the Pacific Northwest for my dog's birthday. And my birthday in 2019, we went down to the Southwest United States, and I didn't run into a single issue. Martin gets decent gas mileage for a smaller SUV. Sometimes I can get like 35 highway. I'm gonna say this again and again, but it's just been such a reliable car, and I am not used to that. So it's just been a very, very fun dynamic to have a car that's reliable, can go places. I've gone to Colorado in him before. Like, he's driven up mountains and driven up like through streams and rivers. Like, it's crazy, and it's a 6-speed manual front-wheel drive car. So like, Martin has gone up mountains in New Mexico that were just completely covered in snow, super steep hills, like going all the way up this mountain, just handled it like an absolute champ. I remember the guy in New Mexico that I talked to at the base of the ski slope. I was like, hey, like, how difficult is it to get up to the top to the chalet? And he's like, do you have all-wheel drive? And I was like, no. He's like, do you have winter tires? And I said, no. He's like, okay, good luck. And then we just went right up there, no problem. I think just having a car that you can depend on day to day, whether it's like driving to work like 3 miles away or driving thousands of miles across the country, is just such a valuable asset that I like never really thought about before. It's been a really fun experience driving Martin because he's a slow car, but slow cars are notoriously fun to drive fast. If Martin wasn't as reliable as he was, I don't think I would have been able to go explore parts of the United States that I've been to in the past couple of years. And I'm really appreciative that I decided to get him when I did, because at that point in my life, I had the Saab, and that was an absolute nightmare. Her name was Susan. Susan was an absolute horrible car. Super fun to drive, super fast, enjoyable when she was working. But Martin has been absolutely steadfast throughout the time that I've had him, and I'm probably gonna absolutely ride him into the ground. I'm less than 25,000 miles away from 250,000 miles. I think I've driven like nearly 170,000 miles in 6 years with him, and I am dedicated to at least hitting 250,000. And I'm just appreciative that I made that investment all those years ago, and I'm hoping I can keep him running and keep going on adventures across the country with him, and maybe to Canada. Oh, we've been to Canada too. But yeah, he's a good car, and I'm glad I bought him 6 years ago.